now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The Detroit Tigers host the Chicago White Sox. Pre-game tonight at 6:15 on 97.1. The Ticket.
You know which way you go. We know which way you go.
All right, let's do the business. 5 o'clock, we'll reset the deck. It is a Victory Friday. I really don't give a damn about being right. It's more about you guys, and it's about this town finally having a moment. Going to KC, winning that opener, we've talked about it. And it's just this idea of all the reasons on a normal day you would call up and complain about the loss. The refs screwed us. They didn't call X amount of holding calls. Was Kansas City holding? Yes, they were. Hey, Juwan Taylor, the right tackle, false started 50 times. They didn't call it. Hey, the fumble, the bad turnover. Jared Goff on 4th and 2. Why didn't you just run it when no one was on the left side of the field? The bottom line in all of it is you overcame all the nonsense and you won the game. I don't want to hear about the asterisks, which Mike Tirico has apologized for, by the way. You held Patrick Mahomes 224 yards passing. Well, if you add the drops, well, that's great. If it was sunny out, it wouldn't be cloudy. I don't care about that. That's not my problem.
If you take away the fumble the Lions had in the red zone.
Right, exactly. Replay that game. The last 7 drives of the game, look at how your defense played. This rebuilt secondary looked real. And by the way, the guy who might be your best corner didn't play.
Yeah.
Mosley didn't play. In a world where I don't have to look at Jerry Jacobs again, think about how much better the secondary could be. Watching Branch get the pick 6. How about Campbell making a play? Look, there's so many moments you can take from it. Late in the game, the false start, right? A reason that would kill you. 1st and 15, you're behind the chains. Gibbs, 18-yard run, first down. Gone.
Yeah, and with the false start, Mike, the body language, no panic, no anger.
Right.
Okay, guys, we've practiced this before. Let's move on.
Yeah, and Goff, look, I don't think Goff was great last night. I think Goff looked at times a little shaky. Made 2 huge throws late in that game to get you where you needed to go. So they're not going to be works of art every year. But I want to know if you feel different today. Do you wake up feeling different about your team? Because you did what a lot of people didn't think you could do. And now I look at it, we got 10 days to enjoy this. Seattle shouldn't get on the plane. I wouldn't get on the plane from that. The Barry statue goes up that day, and every one of you who has tickets to that game or plan on acquiring, that place is going to be an asylum.
So Seattle and 20.5 points, still taking it out?
Yes. Ditka versus the Giants. I really believe this team's going to start to it. And they're going to be the story in this league. That's why I felt like they were going to win that game in KC. They built a culture. And you win that game last night, I don't think you played great. I don't think Kansas City played great.
To be honest with you.
I'm going to blow up. They go 2-0.
Yeah, Grand River.
Okay, done. Make it 4.
Falcons.
Make it 5. 17. Done. No, my point is, I'm with you. You win, look, the Niners win a lot of games that look ugly. Why? They've built the culture that they understand in winning time. We're going to make the play, and the opponent's going to make the mistake. That's what it looked like to me yesterday. So I just want to know where people are at. 248-539-9797. David, do a couple of ticket texts if you'd be so kind, and then we'll go calls top of the hour and see where people are at. And again,
underpass closed
if it's
till the end of
just
this
celebrating,
month.
if it is, do you have a different perspective on your team? We're not doing these hard and fast topics today. We're just talking about it with everybody.
Hopefully this ticket text puts Mike in a better mood. Towards the texters, my huge takeaway, all 4 of Brad's top picks from this draft showed up and made a tangible impact. Branch with the pick 6, Campbell massive a pass breakup. Then you also had contributions from Gibbs and Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta really impressed me. They even ran one of these deals where he kind of ran a little bit of a quick slant, split from the formation. I think there's going to be more downfield stuff for him as the year goes along. And I'm telling you, Gibbs obviously jumped off the screen. They're going to get him more integrated. It's hard, Rico. This is the problem with where the NFL is now. The preseason is almost the first 2 weeks of the year. But Gibbs is going to get more integrated in this, and I think you'll get him in the passing game more. You throw a swing past him, I feel like it's an automatic 7 yards. Can't tackle him.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the swing pass that you do in college. Because, like normally in college, you're like, oh, that play will break for like 15 yards, but in the pros, it's 2 yards. Not with Gibbs.
Or you're MSU and you don't run swing passes. All right, I'm sorry. Go green. I don't understand it. I watch so much college football.
Stay focused.
I know.
Stay focused.
I love swing passes. All right, David.
To your point about Gibbs, this is Devin from Detroit. Gibbs is that guy. They need to get him more involved immediately. 2 words describe his skills: contact balance.
You know who was the Gibbs, but he just couldn't stay healthy with Swift. Not trying to bring back bad memories for you, but Swift had the same characteristics. When he came from Georgia, he was going to be that guy out the backfield, catching the passes, doing a lot. Yeah, but I do think that Gibbs is fun to watch. Montgomery,
here's what he looks like.
The guy that's going to move and get you the yards and move the chain.
Here's what he looks like. He's got a chance to be your best player. Now, understand, if you want a comp, I'll tell you what he reminds me of. And it's not the now version. It'd be the version 3-4 years ago. It reminds me of Alvin Kamara. And if you have that on your offense, I'm telling you. But here's the key. People are going to call up and complain and go, I know he needs 25 carries. You'll get him killed. He's 199 pounds. They have to manage it. They got to deploy him. It's a fine line. But no, I'm beyond thrilled at how last.
And honestly, I think the formation, you put him and Montgomery in there and just fake the handoff and let him roll out.
I was hoping that's what I was going to see on that 4th down, and I'm like, wait, what are we doing here?
Even if that pass doesn't get batted down, he threw it behind the receiver.
All right, noted. 248-539-9797. We get to your calls next. 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Sarah Wayland Chevrolet. 75 northbound between Gibraltar and West Road. There's a double right lane closure scheduled through the weekend. Seeing some heavier traffic heading into and through the zone. A left lane closure on 75 northbound near Ortonville Road and near Metro Airport, Merriman, both directions at 94. Look for lane and ramp closures today and tomorrow. Sarah Wayland Chevrolet, where customer satisfaction is always their #1 priority. Sarah Wayland Chevrolet, 17.5 in Van Dyke and Sterling Heights. Call 800-WAYLAND-1 or go to sarahwayland.com. Find new roads. I'm Michelle Pendia with traffic.
Genesis Credit Union has an announcement that's so big, it needs a really big announcer, like this guy.
Announcing the new annual percentage yield for Genius checking accounts. A whopping 5.25% APY plus debit rewards. With 10 debit transactions and e-statements, you can earn almost $400 a year. Open an account at genesiscu.org or stop by one of our 29 locations.
That's genius.
That's Genesis.
Well said. Federally insured by the NCUA. Annual percentage yield paid on average daily balance up to $7,500. Contact us for details.
How you doing, guys? It's Michael Jenkins with a Sports Betting Minute brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. We're going to the game of the weekend in college football, and it's in prime time. Texas visiting Alabama. Is Texas really back? We're not so sure about that, so let's stay away from a side and look at the total. Yes, there's going to be a ton of talented, skilled players on the gridiron, but this will be a game decided in the trenches with both Texas and Bama fielding a couple of the best defensive lines in the country and facing 2 opposing offensive lines that showed some flaws back in week 1. Expect a close game throughout and a low-scoring battle in Tuscaloosa on Saturday night. Go under the total between Texas and Bama in college football. That's it for your Sports Betting Minute brought to you by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and take your game to the next level with the king of sportsbooks.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
This receiver trio is scary, and it does start with Scary Terry himself there. He's good, man, and I it's just, can we get normal quarterback play for this guy for once in his career? Because you're right. I mean, no shade to Odie was fine to Taylor Heineke, but he was literally a backup quarterback in the XFL. And he's probably the best player that Washington has rolled out at quarterback in Terry's, career.
Subscribe to Reception Perception, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. Choose Wendy's 2 for $3 breakfast Biggie bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not available in the combo. Single item at regular price.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Necessary Roughness with TJ Lang and John Jansen.
Kansas City on the road Thursday night. Start the NFL season. I mean, you don't get much more front and center than that.
Download Necessary Roughness with TJ Lang and John Jansen today. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
They're winning tonight. Period.
Caught. First down. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Oh, baby. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
This is what we've all waited for. This is the day.
It is caught inside Chiefs territory. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown again. Down to the Kansas City 40.
It's time. This is the time it's supposed to happen.
Inside the 5, running to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. David Montgomery to the house.
You're going to go to Kansas City where they don't have their best defensive player, and you should be able to turn this into a damn street fight.
Told you guys we're built for this. We can overcome anything as long as you guys just hang with it.
This moment tonight, this is what we've waited years for. I mean years.
Job well done, job better done on this night by the Detroit Lions. They have come in and knocked off the Super Bowl champs.
5 o'clock, Victory Friday. That's the best handicap in history. And you guys deserve it. You've been put through hell by this team. And now, the cool part, you got 10 days to relish in it. And then we're taking Pete Carroll's head. Let's get it. 2-0. Start the year right. And show people this team's for real. So your takeaways from last night, we've gone every which way with it. Every NFL game we talk about, if it's not one of these rare deals where there's a blowout, it's 5 or 6 plays. 5 or 6 plays make up really the deciding factor in these games. And the Lions made those plays, the big moments. It's a winning culture. I was confident going in, clearly. I wouldn't have said the things I said on the air the last 2 weeks. But, yeah, of course I got a little nervous when it was 14-7, when you should have been up 14-7. But when you kept the Chiefs right there, not 17-7, not 21-7. You kept them right there, and then were able to answer. There wasn't really doubt in my mind where I'm like, look, you have the answers for this. Mahomes, you held him to 224. Oh, well, what about the drops? I don't care. It's not my problem. The bottom line is, you have the ability to do this to anyone in the NFL. Run it. Stop the run, play tough-minded football, largely mistake-free, not perfect. I didn't think last night was your A game. I thought it was a B- performance. And it was good enough to go into Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs. So, for me, I'm thrilled. Room for improvement? Absolutely. But I want to know if you wake up feeling different about your team today.
You have to, and I think if you're a Lions doubter or a Lions hater, you have to see that's a different team. That team had every opportunity to fold. That team had every opportunity to go same old Lions. That team had every opportunity to cry and complain. They didn't. They overcame it. You saw the body language. You know what? We're here for the long term. We will make this happen, and they did. That's a different set of guys out there. That's not the Lions that I've seen for decades. That steps to becoming a contender in the NFL. That was a prove-it game. You went out there and saw the Lions prove it. Let's go to the people. 248-539-9797. Brian leads the 5 o'clock. Hey, B.
Hey, what's happening, bro?
How are you, sir?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. I'm here to tell you, man. Now, if I'm a general manager in the NFL, and my caller ID says Brad Holmes, I don't even answer the phone. Because I know at the end of that deal, how good it might look when you first talking, by the time it's done, my boot's going to get smoked. Secondly, remember when Isaiah Thomas said in the interview, there were teams that were more talented than us, there were teams that had more championships than us, but we knew when we got on the court, there was no team was mentally stronger than us. I think that's what you see in developed in the Lions right now. Because that was a mental game right there. They did not mentally collapse, and that's what Dan Campbell was talking about when he said grit. Everybody stepped up that had to step up at the most important times, and that takes mental toughness. Because like Rico said, every opportunity they have to fall apart, they had every excuse to fall apart. But they stepped up, did what they had to do, and walked out of there with a win.
And that's what the good teams do. Yeah. It's not going to go your way every week. The refs aren't going to do a good job every week. You're not going to be healthy every week. You're going to get a bad bounce from a weirdly shaped ball. And Brian, here's the thing. Here's when you really know that this team has changed. When you go through all of that and you still lose, but you don't point fingers and say, well, it's because of this. Guys, it was a bad loss. We're going to move on and go to the next one. Go to Mike, 97.1. Hi, Mikey.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Mike.
All right. Mike, this call is for you, man. You said this a long time ago, probably about 8 years ago, that the Lions would not start winning until they get rid of all the bad contracts and start building through the draft. I remember you said that a long time ago. There was a big roundabout. And look what they're doing now. They got rid of all the bad contracts, like the Michael Brockers thing and the Trey Flowers. Rid of all that.
Well, look at your best players. All your best players, whether it's Penei Sewell, whether it's Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, whether it's Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell, whether it's Aiden, whether it's Houston. I can keep going. You're drafting guys that can play. It's how it has to be done.
Yes, and I haven't been a Lions fan since I grew up in Pontiac. And I was going to the Silverdome for years. And I was a big Lions fan with Barry Sanders. And I dropped off once they started losing, they were already losing, but just the stupid losses. Now I'm back a believer because of how they're doing their thing now. And they're tough, and they're strong, and I love it.
Yeah, you know what, Mike? The funny thing is, you're right. When it came to the Lions draft, you would hit on the first round selection, and that was it. Oh, the second round pick was always a paint can. The second round pick was guaranteed to be out of the league in 2.5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Mike, listen. Look, they got a lot of room to grow. They have a lot of room for improvement. I think the offensive line, you could tell they hadn't played together. They have a lot of room to grow. But what I'll tell you is, as long as they stay healthy here, the next 3-4 weeks, whatever you saw last night is going to be way below what I think they're capable of. And that's the exciting part.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You also said that about the 76ers a long time ago, too. They have to build through the draft.
Yeah, and look.
Came true.
Yeah, and again, look, the 76ers screwed up because, A, they didn't finish the process, and then they hired Colangelo in his burner account, and they started making wacky moves to win now. So you can't do it both ways. But when they draft, they drafted Joel Embiid. They had to wait 2 years to get him, but, phenomenal.
I think we all knew the moment that it ended for them.
No, it was Markelle Fultz, honestly. They could have had Jason Tatum, buddy. And they drafted Markelle Fultz. Yeah. Ben Simmons was fine with them.
His Philly Steve Keith they could have had.
Oh, remember, Simmons' first 3 years. He was an NBA Defensive Player of the Year candidate and an All-Star. Then he lost his mind on the pump fake layup, or whatever it was 2 years ago. I've still never, I don't understand mentally what's going on.
The yips, like
Chuck Knobloch.
Yes. Yeah.
Steve Sachs. Seen them all. 248-539-9797. Let's go over to Nick, 97.1. Nick, what's going on, buddy?
Good afternoon, Mike.
Get it. Good afternoon. There it is. What's up?
Yes, Mike. I've been living on this earth for 25 years. I have never been able to say with a straight face to anybody who I know I'm a Lions fan. But going into this show, I was like, man, oh man, they could do it this year, and last night, they went into Arrowhead, and, Kansas City was doing this whole, hey, look at this Super Bowl banner, we gotta look at these rings, and the Lions just went, that's cute here. We just need you to hold this fat L for us here. Because you all think, you're all high and mighty. Well, we just came in there and took it straight to you. And again, the offense could have played a lot better. I mean, there were certainly mistakes they made. The second series before the last possession, I was right with you, Mike. I was very nervous. I'm like, oh, no. They got conservative, and then you give Mahomes the ball back with, I don't even know how much time was left. But I mean, the guy went down the field in the AFC Championship game in 17 seconds. So it was
2.5 minutes to go. You had 4th and 2 with 2:33 to go, if memory serves me right. I hated the play call. Just didn't understand it.
He could have ran to the left side, but he had his back turned, and he just didn't know it was there. And I'm like, well,
Nick, Goff was never going to run on that play.
And that's what it's all about. And we're on to Seattle, and I'm going to be at that. I'm going to be buying tickets for that game.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nick, last night's win probably added a 0 to a lot of sections down there.
And just remember, Goff was never going to scramble on that play.
I know.
Hey, David, pull it up. What's the average ticket price down at Ford Field for Seattle, now that Nick brought this up for us?
I'll look it up. 170 maybe?
I'm going to be interested. Nick, NFL tickets, I'll give you an example. I got a buddy who's trying to get to a Bills game in a couple of weeks. He wants to do something for a family friend. And I told him, if you want to go to a game in Buffalo, the average ticket's going to be $300-400. Bills fans don't play around. Now,
Bills Mafia.
Right. Now, I know it's unheard of, but remember, guys, they sold out season tickets. They have a waiting list for the first time since Ford Field was built.
I didn't realize they had people down at Ford Field watching the game last night.
Neither did I. And nor do I understand those people. But we'll leave it alone. Why would you not be in your own home?
You watch it on the biggest of big screens.
Okay. The point is, I want to see what the ticket prices are today and then where they're going to be a week from today. I'm telling you, if you want to buy tickets, my advice would be right now.
It's probably too late.
Okay, then.
The time was yesterday at this time.
Hatchet, what do you got, buddy?
For the best seats, I'm seeing $1,000.
How about median? You don't put the cheap seats. You don't put the primos. You go nice median seat.
Yeah,
row 28.
Yeah, it ranges to the 300 range.
See,
300 to 400 range. Yeah.
And I think if you wait till next Friday, that'll be $500-600. The hype is only going to build. You scoop them up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking 50-yard line, $500 right now.
You ever think you'd see a day where the home opener for your Detroit Lions was going to cost you a $500 bill?
The only time I thought that would happen is times when Brady comes into town.
Well,
you're spending the money to see the opposing team. Like what happens with the Pistons.
Let's say the Bears are having a great season and it's Thanksgiving or something. Yes. Here's the other one. What's more unbelievable? The Lions ticket prices or what it costs to see Colorado's home opener? Did you see what it's going for in Boulder?
I can only imagine.
$425 minimum to go see Coach Prime this week.
Here's the funny thing about it. You probably could buy 2 pair of season tickets for $400 before the season started. It's not like they were selling that place out.
Oh, no. It's time.
Gather up your pop cans. You can have tickets.
Ernie the Can Man is a season ticket holder. It's time to get off the sidelines and in the game. Moran Buick GMC. Your schedule is packed. Youth sports, craziness. The 2024 Enclave from Moran is the answer with seating up to 7. You got a lot of projects around the house. Maybe you're a hunter. The 23 GMC Sierra 1500 elevation 4x4 $277 a month. 24 months. Moran, new stock arriving daily. And you know the drill. You got something wrong with your vehicle, you go to MoranExpress.com. You get the free loaner vehicle. Go about your day on your time. No one else's. Moran Buick GMC, where you always get the best price period. It's on Telegraph, just north of Eureka and Taylor, or at MoranExpress.com. It's Moran Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Yeah.
Get ready for the NFL season with incredible offers from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Plus, all customers who bet $5 will get $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Visit FanDuel.com/Wojo and kick off the NFL season with an offer you don't want to miss. FanDuel is the official partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager. Only $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is now withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-270-7117. And the NFL Sunday Ticket offer ends 9/18/23. No refunds. Terms and embargoes apply. $100 off NFL Sunday Ticket, not YouTube TV. YouTube TV base plan required to watch YouTube TV. Redemption requires a Google account and current form of payment. Commercial use excluded. Subscription new renews. You can cancel anytime.
Hi, this is Mike Prepper of National Benefit Plans, and you've heard me talk about affordable health insurance. Well, today I'm going to talk about providing you with affordable life insurance. I shop from over 70 different life insurance carriers nationwide. You won't be dealing with some phone jockey from 6 states over or wondering, is it available in my state? Instead, you will talk with me, Mike Prepera. I will make sure you get a policy that is right for you. Call me, Mike Prepera, at 877-734-2200 or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
You're all set with your new Navien water heater.
I can't wait to take a shower without running out of hot water. I'm just gonna love my Navien tankless water heater. I just want to say
Oh, no need to say that, ma'am. You'll always love Navien's high efficiency that will save you money on gas bills compared to other water heaters.
I love how I have more space with its wall-hanging design. Please let me say
Nope, sorry, miss. I know you appreciate it, but I can't let you say it.
Why not?
Because with Navien, it's a tankless job.
How long you been waiting to use that?
You'd be surprised.
Find a Navien installer near you at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Life doesn't take it easy on your carpets. Life-proof with pet-proof technology is up to the challenge. Save now. Get 10% off select styles with installation included by licensed professionals at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid August 31st through September 13th, 2023. Receive 10% off select life-proof and life-proof with pet-proof special order, carpet, and installation. Installation included with qualifying purchases. Inclusions apply. For licenses, see homedepot.com/license numbers.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
The Detroit Tigers host the Chicago White Sox. Pre-game today at 5:45 on 97.1 The Ticket.
David, some ticket texts, then the calls, get you the picks. It's been a hell of a good day today. It's just a show. I can just tell you as a radio guy, I've waited to do a show like this for a long time. This team does not win games like that. And I put my ass in the jackpot saying you were going to win it. I expected you to win. And I know there's a lot of blind faith. And they're nowhere near close to accomplishing the things that I said I think they will, which is winning this division and winning a home playoff game. But you know what? Last night was something that is owed to you as a sporting public. These teams in this town have not lived up to their end of the bargain. Oh, they've all gotten their money for stadiums, and you get your money for tickets and your time and your emotion. And it has been, for the Lions, we all know. But I mean, it's the other teams, it's the same deal. It's been a decade of darkness. So last night was kind of owed to you.
It is, and the city has shown if you guys can, if any team can remotely do anything, they will. Heck, for 3 weeks, people were on the Tigers bandwagon.
Right. Rico, I don't even like going to games at this stage of my life. And I'm telling you,
you're going to be there in the playoff game in the suite, in the Tux.
Dude, I may be there next Sunday. I'm that's how amazing I think. Yeah, That's how amazing I think the environment is going to be down there Sunday. I know. I don't even like going again.
I don't know what to say.
I just think Sunday could be something like mesmerizing. Because I was there that night on that Monday night game against the Bears. And I'd never heard Ford Field that way. Ever. And I haven't heard it that way since.
Buddy, if you go to that game, I'll go.
There's a strong...
If you can change,
I can change.
Then I can.
And we
Rico, I know what to say. Go ahead.
Shabba-labba, lemma-lemma,
straight from Greater Life, straight to Ford Field.
How about, you know what? Maybe that's the plan. We go to Mass at Greater Life, straight to the Lions game.
Yeah.
Wow. David, I'll bring an envelope.
Everybody the whole show, show up.
First of all, if Roberto showed up, the church would burn, so you don't want no part of that deal. You know what? Roberto shows up, and all of a sudden the crucifix is ablaze.
Don't do it, Rico. Don't do it.
So, you're going to the game.
I'm considering. Because I'm telling you, as special as last night's victory was, these fans have 10 days to get ready to roll. And you know who won't be at that game? Seattle fans. This will be an exclusive Lions crowd.
See, you know what? Something I mentioned to David, and I wonder if you're a Seattle fan, maybe next weekend is a double dip for you. Who else is playing on Saturday?
Oh, UW.
I wonder if this is one of those, let's do the double dip, we could watch them, and then we could watch. I didn't realize that. Wait a minute, they're both in town.
They'll be happy on Saturday, but their trip's going to end real poorly.
Let's hope that they're
DOA. Don't even need to see the number. Take the Lions. The Barry statue, these fans.
The Barry statue goes up the day before.
It doesn't matter.
Which I don't understand. Why not?
It's a private thing they want to do, yeah.
It's vibes,
It's so Barry. It is so Barry. I want a statue, but I don't want everybody to be here when we put this big statue up.
Listen. Just go with it. Okay. The point I'm making is these fans will be ready to embrace this team. It's almost like when the teams get back from the airport in college. Like, this is going to be, I think, something really special.
You know, and you know what? I was just thinking of what Mike said. I sometimes invoke the spirit of Drew Sharp because I was going to say, is it going to be the fax that he sent to the Wichita Press? It's going to be in a glass tube
right next to
No, that's the statue. The fax.
Do you want the number for next week's game?
What do you mean?
Lions, Seahawks.
You got it?
I'm seeing it right now.
Before Seattle plays this weekend?
Yep.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Lions minus 2.5.
Lions minus 4.5.
I got 3.5.
Right now, it is Lions minus 3.
Get it now.
So you all were right there.
Get it now.
It will move, yes.
Get it now. Kenny, get that beer can money.
There's a drop.
What?
What David just said about
I have a big one.
What David just said.
Oh, yeah, okay, now, sorry. Been a long week, I'm sorry. Wow. But no, it's just, I guess I only say it not like it's some papal arrival. It's just, it's not lost on me what last night means to this town and to what it means to the listener and to our fans. And, like, I honestly feel like it'll be a playoff atmosphere.
Oh, it will.
It's going to be crazy.
Because if anything, it's your revenge game. It's the team that took your spot last year.
I think part of my decision will be based on, does MSU ruin my weekend Saturday?
So if State wins, you're definitely going.
Oh, there's a great possibility. Okay. Just throwing it out there. Let's go to Devin, 97.1. What's up, Devin?
What's going on, guys?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Great show, by the way. I want to make it quick and bring up some really key points. I watched the game and then I watched the highlights on YouTube, and it's two things that bothered me about the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
It's some same old Lions stuff. For one, to have the fumble in the first place, Kadarius Toney missing that pass was great for us to tie the game, but we fumbled the ball. Second half, we give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and can't run the football. We get rid of Jamal Williams. Montgomery played okay, but if Kadarius Toney doesn't miss a wide open pass, they only need a field goal to beat us.
Okay.
So you're saying that Kadarius Toney is the only reason why the Lions won?
I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm saying that is a really big one, though.
Right, but Devin, I guess the point I make, all right, we can watch 100 football games together and we'll find hundreds of culprits as to why one team won the game. It's part of the sport. How many times have the Lions had the player that cost them the game? It's just not
right.
It's, you know what, here's what I'd say, Devin. If your team is dumb enough to pay Kadarius Toney money to play football, knowing the guy's a complete boob, you deserve what you get. Take it from the guy whose team drafted this idiot.
I got it, but this is the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making, the Lions didn't do nothing. It's not like the Lions did something.
Well,
that guy dropping both of those balls.
The last 7 drives.
Hold
on. They held Pat Mahomes to 224. Now, if you want to start doing magical yardage with Kadarius Toney, you can. The point is they held Mahomes way under what he averages. The last 7 drives of the game, they kept them out of the end zone. Again, if you want to say Toney catches one, they earn another field goal, we can play that game. It wasn't a 38-35 final. They didn't allow Kansas City to run the ball, Devin. And when they needed a huge drive, they got it. And when they needed to salt the game away, they did that too. So it's both.
If they play like this against Seattle, this is all I'm saying. The mistake that they made against Kansas City without a Kelsey, you can't do that against Seattle.
Oh, I don't mind that opinion at all. No, Devin, I don't think they played great, and I don't think Kansas City played great. I think the teams are on even terms. I think you could tell it was week 1. They didn't have the preseason, and there were mistakes both ways. You're right. Hey, Devin, I'll be the first to tell you. I think they can play a hell of a lot better, and I think they're going to have to get the things done that I believe they can do. I don't mind that opinion at all. But Kadarius Toney, I'm telling you right now, there are very few New York Giant players who have ever gotten a lower opinion by the New York Giants or the people who cover him than Kadarius Toney. Trust.
Probably like Mets fans watching bias here.
Harvey, how are you? Don't get stuck without power the next time a storm hits, or wait till the first hot day to find your AC's on the fritz. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical has you covered. $78 AC tune-up. Get the air conditioner in tip-top shape. Save on that energy bill. Mastercraft has generators as well. Schedule $78 tune-up today. Visit mastercraftheating.com.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by the North American International Auto Show. 75 northbound at Lapeer Road. A crash leaves only the right side open. You're backed up before M59. A crash is cleared from the Southfield Freeway northbound after Warren Avenue. And in Monroe County, there's an accident on Telegraph northbound at Sigler Road. This September, see, touch, and drive the future. There is only one Motor City, the Detroit Auto Show. It's on September 13th through the 24th at Huntington Place, Detroit. Tickets at NAIAS.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Every business deserves a great deal.